Hello students, today we will see the topic type of inheritance. In types of inheritance we can see there are some mentioned types over here. So one by one we will see how is this types of inheritance works. So these are the inheritance types: single, multi-level, multiple, hierarchical and hybrid inheritance. One by one we will do this in our upcoming lectures. So today we will see single inheritance and multiple inheritance. So let's see. Single inheritance. In the concept of single inheritance, derived class can inherit the properties of base class, but base class cannot inherit the properties of derived class. And in single inheritance, main thing which we have to remember is there will be one base class and one derived class. Okay, so this concept will be known as single inheritance. And in previous video, the program which we did, there was one base class and one derived class. That was following the concept of single inheritance. As here also we can see in the declaration of base class will be there, and to declare the derived class we have to write the visibility mode, which is our access specifier, will be public, private or protected, and then the base class name. So this was the format for single inheritance, which we did in last program also. That was following single inheritance concept. Just keep in mind it will inherit the properties of base class. There will be only one base class and one derived class. So this is single inheritance. Multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance we will see some different structure. So here the process in which derived class can access or can inherit the properties of several base class, which means it can take the properties from one class and also another class, and so on according to the requirement. In multiple inheritance there is only one base class, derived class. Okay, there will be only one derived class and several base class. It can have more than one and many. So this concept is in multiple inheritance. So for this we have declaration format. We will create a class like base class 1 as we generally create a class. Same way we will create another class and many classes as per the requirement. Existing classes individually will be created, and then while creating the derived class, after colon we will use the scope resolution, we will use the access specifier. First the access specifier, then the class from where we are inheriting the properties, so that class name, and after comma we can same way write another base class name also. Like first we will write the access specifier, which can be public, private, protected, and then the base class name. And same way after giving another comma we can add more classes. Okay, so this in derived class again we can keep its members. So in multiple inheritance, just we have to remember in single there will be one base class and one derived class, and in multiple inheritance there will be one derived class which can access properties from several base classes, which means they will have more than one base class. Okay, so this is the concept of multiple inheritance. Now let's see today the example of multiple inheritance and understand it using a program. So now in this program we will see the concept of multiple inheritance. So just remember, there will be only one derived class but many base class, and those base class we have to inherit in derived class. Okay, so in this program we are making, how we will understand which is base class, it will be simple as we used to create the class. So this is our class student first class, so this is base class 1, and inside this we have kept the data members, name, roll number, and a member function named enter. So in this class we have kept the coding for, inside this function we have kept the coding to take the name and roll number value from the user inside this enter function. And then one more member function is there, which is display. In display function we are just displaying the entered information. Okay, the entered details, just we are displaying it. So it will display name, and in name whatever the value will come from the keyboard will be displayed, and same way roll. So in class student we have all this content, and here class is closed. So this is a base class, and again we have created one more base class whose name is input. You can see here it is created simply as we used to create the class keyword and then input. So class input, this is another base class, will act as another base class. So first base class was student and second is input, and in this we have taken one data member marks and member function print, and inside member function print we are taking marks of the student. In student class we are taking detail of students, and in input class we are taking marks of student. So in print function we have kept the coding enter your marks and then see in marks, that means we will take the marks from the user. And then closed, this class is closed. So we have created two classes which will act as base class because it is the concept of inheritance. Now here you can see, here again we have created one new class, that is class grade. So till here it is same as the class created, but here we can see it has mentioned the existing class name also. That means this is a derived class, and this derived class is, after colon we are writing the name of classes whose property this grade class can inherit. So whose properties publicly, so first we have to write public access specifier we have written, and then the class name. So first class name, which is the base class 1, is student, and another base class which we have created is input. So this is base class 2, and inside this grade class grade we have kept certain codings, certain members. Okay, so let's see what we have kept in grade. In grade we have taken one member function, there is no data member, no variables, just we have taken one void result. That means this is a member function. In this we have kept the codings to check the entered marks is in category of first division, second division, third division, or fail. Okay, so understand the sequence. Now I want it to inherit the properties of existing class. So grade class can inherit the properties of student in which we have kept the student details, and input in which we are getting marks from the user. So we can access those data member function in grade. So now here is one member function result, inside which we are keeping the coding to check that the marks is in which category. So for that we are using if statement. Here in our first year classes we have done this if statement. How it works? So here we are writing if, and inside the pair of parentheses we will write the condition. So if marks, so this marks is a variable, so whatever the value will be in this marks should be greater than 60, and if this condition is true, then only this statement body will be executed. And statement of this if statement body is from here till here, this is closed, and this two statement will be executed when this will be true. Okay, same way this is the condition that if marks will be greater than 60, we can write here equal to also. If marks will be greater than, more than 60 or equal to 60, that means if a user will enter, see here the coding is kept in input class, that enter your marks, and then user will enter some marks. Suppose if user is entering marks 80, then marks is holding a value 80, and 80 is greater than 60. Yes, it is. So this condition will be true. So either it should be greater or equal, then this condition will be true. And when it will be true, then it will come into the body of if statement, and in this we have set the color and then printed a message which is first division. So first division, in this statement will be printed if this condition will be true, and then if it will be false, if I will enter let the user will enter marks 55, so that 55 is greater than 60, no, false. 55 is equal to 60, no, false. Then we will skip this body of if statement and we'll move to next line. So else if, and if this is not true, then we will come to else if statement, and then inside this we have kept condition for second division. So inside this parenthesis we have written two condition. So first condition required for second division is marks should be less than or equal to 60. It will be for second division, it will be less than 60, and what it should have, and this is logical operator and, that means this condition should also be true and this should also be true. So marks should also be greater than equal to 55. It should be less than 60 and greater than equal to 55. So if this both the condition will be true, then this body will be executed and we want it to print a message second division, which means if marks is following this condition and this condition is true, that means that particular marks will come under second division, and this is closed. And if it will not come under this, which means if user has entered marks 33, then 33 is less than 60, yes it is correct, but 33 is not greater than 55 or neither equal to 55, so it is false. So this is true but this is false, but and is used here, that means this both should be true but one is false, so it will considered as false because of
AND logical operator. So it will skip this part and then again move to another line. So again we are using else if. In this we are using condition for third division same way. So mark should be less than 55 and should be greater than equal to 33. Then it will be third division. So if it will be true, then it will print third division, and then close. And else, if all these conditions will be false, then what will be printed? If it will not follow the condition for first division, neither for second nor for third, then finally in else part whatever things we will keep will be kept, that will be printed. So we have kept fail, because if neither first nor second nor third division student is getting, that means student is fail. Okay, so this way we have kept our statements, and these statements are kept in class grade and member function result. Inside this member function we have kept our class. Okay, and here we have closed the function and then the class. We here end of class grade. So we have created a class student, then input, and then finally a derived class grade, which is accessing the details of student and input, which can access it, inherit. Okay, so now in main function what should be the sequence? First we will take the student details, then we can display the details, then we want to take the marks, and then whatever the student will enter the marks, we will tell the result that it is in which division category. Okay, so for that we in main function we have created here only one object for grade, and we can access all the member function of student class and input class, because in previous video also in inheritance example I have told you that derived class can access the properties of base class. So because grade was inheriting the properties of both the classes, here we have mentioned it will inherit from student and input both. So we are making only one object, and for making object we have written grade, class name is grade, and then G. So G is our object, and first G dot enter. So in enter we have taken the details of student, that was name and roll, and same way we have displayed it. So we will display it, and then print was taking marks, and then result. For result we have seen the calculation condition, how if statement we are using to give the proper result for division, and then get ch close. So let's see how it will work. Let's run it. See, first we have called with the object, we have called the function in which we have kept the coding for enter name and roll number. So first I will write the name Meena, enter, and then the roll number, let the roll number be 33, and so display function was called next. So it is displaying check your entered details. E is missing, so in entered will correct it. Okay, so name Meena, roll number 33, verified, and now it is asking enter your marks. So let's enter our marks. So marks is 60. So 60 is in which division? it was kept according to our condition, it should print first division. So let's see, enter C. After pressing enter, it is showing first division. So our program is running well. So here somewhere entered spelling we have to correct in display function. Here it was showing entered. Okay, now let's check for first division. So 60 we have press. Now let's see for fail. So let's run one more time, and if you want to see your output of previous run, now we have run the program, and because we are using clear screen, if we will remove the clear screen, it will show the previous output also. So let's see, it is showing the previous output also, and just after that last statement is written, entered your name and roll number. It is in same line because we haven't used endl in the for last lines. Okay, so clear screen we have not used, now we have kept in comment, so we are able to see the existing previous output also. Now let's see, let's enter new name. Let it be Rita, her roll number be 11. Okay, Rita 11, very good. Now enter your marks. So Rita got, she was not studying properly, so she got 23% marks. So what should be 23 come under? Neither first nor second nor third, so she is fail. Okay, so I have pressed enter and it is showing fail. So if statement is working properly. So this is the output, and here we can see that how our multiple inheritance concept is working. Because of use of multiple inheritance, now this class grade is able to access the properties from class student. So because it is inheriting the properties of class student, this all coding which was executed now, we have not written inside the class grade, but we were able to use it, inherit it. So it is saving our time for typing, it is saving, and we can reuse this code again and again. So this is the use of inheritance, and this was the format we were following, the format of multiple inheritance. Just we have to remember that the derived class, which is grade, okay, here it is, so grade, after that we have used colon, and this way whatever class we want to inherit, we can just simply write the access mode and then the class name, and more you can include the class in multiple inheritance concept. After giving comma, you can include all the classes. Again, after input, if you want again more class to inherit, then comma, and you can just put the class name. So again and again you can reuse the properties of existing inheritance classes. So this was the concept of multiple inheritance.
So this is the first output which I have received from the previous video lecture. I have told you to make a program on inheritance, and that example was the example for single inheritance. As we know that single inheritance follows the concept in which there is only one base class and one derived class. But today we have seen the example for multiple inheritance. That means it will have only one derived class but can have multiple base classes more than one. Okay, so today you try to make a program for multiple inheritance concept. Today we did for student details. you can do it for employee details. Take employee details, and then you can try to calculate their grade or something. You can come up with new concept also. Just follow the concept of multiple inheritance. So try to do it, and yes, you all are doing good. So God bless you all. Thank you.